This is an art activity to go along with the book, The Day the Crayons Quit. You're going to need just a sheet of paper, and I'm drawing with a Sharpie. You can draw with a pencil first and then trace over with a Sharpie if that makes you more comfortable. I'm going to draw with a Sharpie the whole time. We are going to draw our own protesting crayon. So I'm going to begin by drawing the side of the crayon, which is a straight vertical line, and another one on the other side, giving a little space between the two. At the top of those two lines, I'm going to create a curved line that connects the two lines together. And at the bottom, I'm going to create another curved line to connect them at the bottom. Then I'm going to bring that bottom down just a little bit further, and I'm going to add in another curving line, same as the one I did before it. This is going to be the bottom of our crayon that is sticking out from the wrapper. For the top of the crayon, I'm going to extend those lines up just a little bit further, bring it over, and then create the tip of the crayon that's going to come up, have a flat top, and come back down. And then close off the other side of your crayon's tip. Next, we're going to draw in the crayon's face, 2 black dots for the eyes, and I want it to look like it's protesting, so it's got a little complaining mouth. So begin with a frowny line and then a wiggle underneath, and then we're going to go ahead and color that in all black to make sure it looks like he's got his mouth open, like he's protesting, he's saying that he's tired of this, he wants to color something new, and I like to give him this nice fun straight eyebrow that kind of hangs off a little bit on the side. At the bottom, we're going to create a curving line with some small triangles coming up from that line, and then color in those triangles black. That's going to give a little more details on your crayon's wrapper. And for his legs, those are just 2 straight lines that are vertical coming down off the bottom of the crayon. One is just a little bit longer. His little arms, we're going to make a curved line with 3 little curving humps to make his little hand. And the other one is going to be coming up to hold his protesting sign. So I'm going to go ahead and draw in the stick of the sign, which is just a straight line. And I'm going to do another one next to it to make it a little bit thicker. And then for his fingers holding the sign, just put 3 little circles or ovals overlapping that stick. Then to create the rest of the sign, we're going to add in a rectangle on top. So 2 straight lines that are going vertical and 2 straight lines that are going kind of horizontal / diagonal to close off our sign. To make our sign look 3-dimensional, add 2 little diagonal lines coming off the corners, connect them together, and do the same thing on this corner, a little diagonal line, and then draw that line over to connect it. And to make him look like he's standing on a sheet of paper, draw in a straight line with 2 lines that come down for the edges of the paper. And I like to add in these quick little detailing lines on the top and the bottom of the crayon that is sticking out from the wrapper. Then you get to decide what you want your protesting sign to say and what color you want your crayon to be. So I'm writing no more water on my protest sign, and I'm going to be coloring my crayon blue, because if you remember in the book, the blue crayon is so tired of being used again and again, and it is so stubby because it is used to color in all these different types of water. So I'm going to go ahead and color in my crayon blue. I'm going to make the wrapper just a little bit of a lighter blue, and then the tip that is sticking out from the top and the bottom of the crayon is going to be a shade darker. It's going to be more of a darker blue. And I grabbed a brown crayon and I just added a little bit of some brown details onto that stick of my protest sign as well as on the sides. And now my challenge to you is this. Draw out a picture of anything that you want. It can be any sort of picture. It can make sense. It cannot make sense. It can just be a fun picture. I also chose to outline my picture with Sharpie after I sketched it all out with pencil. You want to make sure there is no color on this picture at all. Then you're going to take all of your crayons and you're going to put them in a bag that is not see-through. You want to make sure that you cannot see the colors. So jumble up the colors in there. You can mix it up as much as you want. Make sure that they're all scattered around. I even zipped my bag up and shook it up to make sure that the crayons really got mixed around well. Then you are going to look at your picture and you're going to randomly pull crayons out of the bag to color in the different pieces. Decide what part of your drawing you want to color in first, reach into the bag, and whatever color you get, that's the color you have to use. So color in that area that you have decided on with the crayon that you drew randomly out of the bag, replace that color back into the bag, decide your next piece, mix up your colors, grab out a random one, and color it in. And you're going to do this for every part of your picture, so at the very end you're going to end up with this really colorful, really funky looking drawing. If you remember at the end of the book, The Day the Crayons Quit, Duncan ends up coloring a picture with all these different colors used for all these different parts, and he's no longer sticking to making things the same color that he always used, such as making the water blue and the trees green. So this is going to be a fun way to challenge yourself to use any sort of random color to color in your pictures. So go ahead, make sure you grab out a random color for each piece and color in your entire picture. So here is Duncan's picture that he shows us at the end of the book that has all these fun colors used, and I think our crayons are pretty happy that we used them the way we did in our drawing.